was my wedding day. And this morning when I awoke, I knew that somehow today was going to be glorious. And it was.
It started out a day like any other day.
At the ceremony, Damien was perfect. His long hair cascading over the collar of his handsome blue tux. When the Reverend said, "I now pronounce you man and wife," I exploded with joy. When we kissed, it was as if our lips had never met before.
Things had gotten pretty tame by now, if you know what I mean. No spur in the belly, no fire in the hole. At least not mine.
He was meant for me. It was meant to be.
We once believed, you know, in fate.
I mean, there's gotta be a reason, right?
But now I see.
You see all these patterns falling into place.
Every day is a day like any other.
I can see the patterns. I am especially good at seeing things.
There's no fucking way that it's fate.
I always know.
And God? It's just another name for fate.
Even how we met, it was July 7th, the 7th day of the 7th month, and I passed the 7-Eleven on the way to the bar. What was the name of that bar? I can't remember. 7's always been my lucky number, so I didn't want to jinx it. I ordered a 7 and 7.
So this guy leaves for his plane 3 hours early, just in case. He hits traffic, and so now he's down to 2 hours to make his flight. Just before the airport exit, the car in front of him stops suddenly, a blown tire, and our guy runs into him. He waits for the cops and swaps information with the other driver. He can still drive the car, so he goes to the airport and parks. He's got 10 minutes to get to the gate. He doesn't make it. They put him on the next flight.
And I swear to God, Damien was the 7th guy to come up to me that night.
But the flight he should have been on nosedives into the Atlantic. No survivors. God spared me, the guy says. Apparently God didn't give a fuck about the 246 that perished.
It's all part of a plan we can't see.
There's no fucking rhyme or reason, no explanations.
But we are instruments of the unseen hand.
God spared you? For what? To tell that story? It's dumb luck, you dumb fuck. Fuck fate.
And Damien and me, Damien and I, we've been so good for the world.
If someone told me I had a 95% chance of getting $1,000,
For the people around us.
or I could take $900 right now,
For each other.
I'd take the 900 smackaroos.
Except
But if someone said you can either quarrel every day for the rest of your life and stay married,
for the baby.
or you can have sex 5 times a day and split after the honeymoon,
We tried so hard.
I'd say, screw you. You don't know me and Amanda.
I was so afraid it was me,
We'll have sex and never quarrel.
but it was all him.
I would have said that.
He said sterility runs in his family.
A stable marriage can be reduced to this equation. Frequency of lovemaking minus frequency of quarreling.
I married him anyway.
I'm not making this
I
up.
couldn't not.
We came out on the positive side of that formula for a while, quite a while. Even after we were married.
I know it's right.
Me, sterile. I told her that when I was a teenager, I set my balls on fire once to get rid of crabs. Maybe that was why.
He's for me. I said I feel it in my fallopian tubes.
She believed me.
And it's much, much more important to feel right rather than to be right. Don't you agree?
Life is random. And the baby,
But he was wrong.
poor son of a bitch. Well, if it's a boy.
A gift.
Disaster.
A blessing.
A curse. Dakota.
Girls run in our family.
Worldwide, more girls are born than boys.
I'm hoping for a boy.
I'd like a baby girl.
I knew we would be great parents.
If I wasn't shooting blanks.
It was a miracle.
What are the odds?
We couldn't have kids.
The possibilities.
But fate stepped in.
Intersecting coincidences.
Intervening.
Interrupting.
Intercontinental ballistic missile raining hellfire.
Intermingling indiscretions.
Emotional brimstone.
One on the brim. Out, damn skirts!
License to fuck.
Carolyn, with my child. And Amanda, with my child.
Two-timing daddy.
They're comforting. The stories we tell
The
ourselves
stories
about what we need,
we tell.
about who we
They're
are.
necessary.
They live only in our
We
heads,
have to know.
not in the world outside,
There has to be certainty.
where there are too many unknowns.
There has to be a purpose for it all.
And there is no
Doesn't there?
such
I mean,
thing
no,
as
if there's
intent
not
in the
any
universe.
meaning, that would be too intense.
Too scary, you mean?
And you don't run from fear?
What? Am I afraid of fear? Is that what you're asking? Yes.
You're not enough.
No one is enough.
You're not good enough.
Like I said, we were never good enough for you.
Not?
True.
You would have made a terrible father.
Memories being rewritten.
I should have seen the signs.
Because from here, things take on a different significance.
Dakota will be brought up right.
It all makes sense now, doesn't it? All those signs.
And he'll find the love we never had.
You're warping history. I loved you.
Never.
Once.
Maybe.
I'll never see my daughter.
Or your son.
You don't know that.
No. No, you won't.
I should feel regret.
7 years ago,
Sorrow.
today was my wedding day.
But things look and feel different from over here.
Happy anniversary, darling.